Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode and final episode for 2023 of the Solutions Brewing podcast. I guess we took a little hiatus there for a little while. It's kind of I don't know, holiday month. We're all kind of checking out.
nothing ever gets done in December. Like this is what happens this time.
Yeah,
Indeed.
all the work for the year should be done anyways by this point. So, yeah, don't be working too hard, and it'll be time to enjoy the holidays very soon.
Yes, not that we're done all our work. I mean, Rob, you're canning beer tomorrow.
Yes.
I've got a keg to can sometime over the next 2 weeks here. So, yeah, there's still work to go. But
but that's a labor of love at that point. Except for Rob's thing, that's a labor of someone bought beer off of us, and we have to go get beer.
Yeah, it's still labor of love, but yeah,
that's a deliverable. That's what that is.
That's a deliverable, final deliverable for the year, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, a couple of things have happened. I guess we've had a little bit of a gingerbread competition. That
most of one anyway.
Steve forgot to show.
Most of one.
Yeah, Steve forgot to show up for it.
Yeah, Steve kind of died. Actually, no, I screwed up my first gingerbread. I made fluffy gingerbread, which is not structurally sound. I definitely let it in the mixer for too long, and it just kept going and going and all that, and that was too wrong. And then the second one is still sitting in my fridge because I died. It's been sitting there slowly fermenting for 2 days now. So I got to make that sometime soon.
Or just eat the dough.
Should cook it first at least. But so I was definitely a DNF. I did not finish.
Yes.
I recommend buying a box of Celebration cookies and cobbling something together.
That is Brendan's go-to when he doesn't have anything. Yep.
I thought we discussed that Celebration cookies was an automatic disqualification.
I refuse to accept
that. So I guess we never decided who won because we always argue between the three of us. Steve didn't do one, so he automatically loses.
So, but so you can't vote for me. Each one of you would vote for yourself. So, am I the deciding vote on which one is the actual winner of this competition?
Well, I mean, I'm going to point out again that I'm the only one that actually made a ginger brew house, which was the name of the competition.
True.
Your ginger brew house is all one color.
So,
you shit brown, Brendan.
So is the shop. I don't know what to tell you.
He made a gingerbread house and then used brown icing.
It's what I had. All right, I didn't. Did you notice that was all nicely pipetted though? I actually put it in a pipetting bag and it had the nice texture.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't notice because it was shit brown.
It was delicious. It was chocolate.
It looked like turds all over the plate. Because you swirled a few too, it was a swirly turd. Whereas, Rob, would you like to detail your design?
Okay, so I didn't do a ginger brew house exactly, but I did it was brewery related. Brewery related because I took the label of the Friends Night Out and I made that out of gingerbread and candy.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was actually a very faithful recreation of the label.
So, Rob made a bunch of gingerbread men and women.
Mm-hmm.
That were drinking
again,
and dancing on the table.
All that sort of stuff. It's faithful reproduction, but it's not really.
So I would rule it this, is that on the technical merits of the object of the competition, Brennan won.
Wow.
But on execution, Rob won.
And that one's more important.
But who wins the prize?
What prize? We never had a prize for this.
I think it was just glory.
That's all it was.
I feel like I won because I already ate
it. Yeah. But that was this year's competition. 1 DNF and two attempts.
Two completely different understandings of the same competition.
Completely different interpretations of the rules.
It's probably a good thing we didn't have anything riding on this competition, Steve, because you still owe us 2 beers, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
and the new year, I'm gonna have some time off.
Oh
and I'm
my
gonna-
god, he says this every time. It's like,
I do.
and he's like, it's not watermelon season. You can't get your watermelon.
I have frozen watermelon in my fridge right
You've made that excuse for 2 years.
We have done this enough that we could say he says that every year.
Although I was going to say the last watermelon I did have, I used for actual production watermelon. So,
You know,
but I do actually have 3.
when I was pouring out the goza that didn't turn out in the shop, all 50 liters of it, that would have been, enough to supply the 2.5 kegs you owe us. I couldn't help but think, man, if only we had collected.
I'm gonna say, did you try that batch at all? Because I tried. I remember trying to be like, oh, I think it might be good still, like before like it turned or whatever. And then I tried it, and it's like, I feel weird. Yeah, no, this beer's.
I mean,
that one was no good. It was a dump.
Yeah, that was a no good.
Well, you tried it too, Brendan?
I didn't try it.
Oh.
I disposed of it because it would have been there too long.
But no, so the main problem right now I'm having is
that you're dying of the plague. Yes, we know.
well, I am dying the plague. The other thing is trying to find watermelon right now for our other kind of big news.
Country Malt Group does a puree, buddy.
Yeah, they do, but they said they don't have any in stock for.
Is there nothing in stock? Oh.
There's nothing in stock.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So there's a couple other places that have messaged us over the years, and I'm kind of reaching out to them and seeing what's going on. But I need, based on my calculations, I need 115 liters of watermelon puree.
It's a fair amount.
It's a fair amount. It's like 3 big tubs worth.
Sorry, how much?
115 liters. And it might be a little bit more based on sweetness. Because one of the new beers that we've been working on and we're going to bring to market is the watermelon goza.
If you can find ingredients.
If I can find ingredients. Because, of course, we're going to start making this in March, and hopefully there's enough I can find some puree somewhere to do this. But yeah, plans are to bring a sour to market, which is very exciting.
Yay!
Yes, that'll be fantastic once because then at the very least, when you don't deliver your beer to us, we can just go buy it at the store.
That'll be all the sales, though. Just us collecting on what is owed.
It'll be professionally made. It'll be like very, very nice. But yeah, that's kind of what on there. What other news, Rob, do we have going on right now in the end of December?
I think that's it. Really? Other than we got some shows coming up. Like February, you got Jasper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. And I think we were going to talk about a little bit about the state of the brewery, right?
Yeah.
So, how long have we been in our current production facility? I can't remember. I don't keep track of these things very well.
9 months.
Yeah. So this year was the first year we did it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So that was exciting. Our beers are definitely starting to get more exposure. Like we had to learn a hard lesson there that you can't sell stout all year round.
You know that there's still in our like AGL stuff, there's still people trying to order the stout every week.
How do you know that?
At the Liquor Connect, there's always like the like unfulfilled orders or whatever. And there's always like 2 places that are trying to order us in all the time. The stout.
Serious?
Yep.
Which 2? What 2 places?
It's one of the Sobeys, and it's a place up in Edmonton. Are always trying to order in our stout.
Is the Sobeys in Calgary?
I don't think so. I'll have to log in and check, but Yeah.
Regardless, we'll follow up with them and see if we
should
can do
just-
something
yes.
small batch. Because it's easy enough to make 20 liters of it.
Or a keg, whatever, and then can it. But yeah.
So, but yes, we learned that
Stout
most
doesn't
places
sell all year.
aren't selling stout, aren't buying our stout. So that's fine.
Yeah. We released the IPA this year,
And that's done great.
and that's been doing well.
So the IPA has done like far and beyond, like way better than any beer that we've ever released.
You're
Like,
welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob, for making us money for the first time in our existence.
I'm just giving a hard time, guys, because it's my recipe. But yeah.
But far and away, because we have done 2 production runs this year, and we're already scheduled for our 3rd production run in January. So like people like it. We've actually had consistency out of it, and like I think we've done like 250 cases and counting this year, which is incredible for us.
Yeah, no, it's been selling awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, the missing piece is already gone. We're selling through its 3rd production run right now, so.
But like the IPA is catching up fast.
It's catching up, but
Yeah.
I got hope for the missing piece there. We were out of stock there for a couple months, so
Yes,
Yep.
we did run out for a little while.
yeah. So next year will be a good side by side comparison of the two, and the IPA will probably win because let's face it, it's the one I drink the most.
Yeah, no. If I was to drink a beer, it'd be probably the IPA, and then my Kiss after that.
Right, and then what do we got going on in the new year? We're back to doing more beer fests, right?
More beer fest. We got to continue our low alc, non alc experiment stuff. So we have my comparison one.
That's right.
Brewed that, got that in the keg there last week. Learned some fun stuff about our mash tun, and for me, it ended up being we need to pre-warm our mash tun a little bit. Or long story short, I lost temperature and I went from hot mash to normal mash temperatures.
And just made a
instead of
normal
doing
beer.
a partial extraction, I did a almost normal extraction. So it ended up at a 4.5% delicious beer. So we'll have to redo that experiment. And then continue with the non-alcoholic yeast stuff and see if we can't make something work.
Yeah.
Well, that was the
I'm
other new
probably
thing
gonna
that we
have
got,
to-
right? Why did we mess with the temperature? Because we got a new mash tun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're learning how the new mash tun works.
And definitely for us who have been like pretty much single vessel or, stuff that's already at like room temperature or above room temperature. Yeah. Putting hot stuff into a cold vessel that's all metal and has to heat up all those elements. Yeah, definitely screwing up our temps. Yeah, Rob, you had the most experimentation with that so far.
I did, yeah, but I made that work with I just did I just circulated it through
Research.
yeah. So
Although again, when I tested it the next week with just hot water, it held pretty good. So
go figure.
as soon as we didn't need it to make beer,
Yeah.
it's like, no, I'm a perfect mash tun. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so it requires a pre. So what would you
Well,
say?
but I didn't do any pre-warming or anything. I just put 83-degree water into it, and then an hour later it was 81 degrees. As opposed to when we actually brewed, both Rob and I lost about 10 degrees through.
Yeah, I lost like 10 degrees in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like it dropped really fast.
And that's interesting because usually like when you strike with like putting in grain, you lose like a couple of degrees. Like,
Well, I was expecting
30
that. That's why you
degrees.
put in
yeah,
some hot
Strike
water.
hot, yeah.
Yeah.
So more experimentation to come in the new year. So we dial in our SOP for this mash tun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Actually, got to write an SOP for that. Got to write an SOP for a lot of stuff.
For everything, yeah.
we got to turn into like a standard oil and gas battery or something like that. And it's gonna
We'll do it with sticky notes.
sticky notes everywhere.
We'll just write it on the drywall.
Mm-hmm. And then like I was going to say in the new year we'll be hitting the circuit again because we've been off since October. So we've had a break November, December, January.
Yep.
But
And there'll be some new shows this time because there's one in Cochrane.
Yeah, we're doing a small show in Cochrane in April. That's going to be at the Rotary, I think it is.
Yes. Oh shoot! And you know what we forgot? There's also what was it? There's a couple like farmers markets kind of things too, right?
They're more than a farmers market. They're more like a
they're like night markets or
night markets,
like town markets or something like that.
Yeah, we got on somebody's list.
We'll go there. We'll be able to sell beer directly.
Yeah, I forgot. We didn't actually sign up for that yet. We should do that.
We should probably do that.
I need to.
After we sign up, we'll be able to sell beer directly.
But then in February, we'll be returning to Jasper Beer Fest for the third year or the fourth year.
Third year.
Yeah.
This is my favorite festival. Although they're not doing Iron Brewer this year, I'm a little disappointed by that. But
that's okay.
Yeah. But instead, what they're going to be doing is focusing on non-alcoholic beers.
Yeah.
So, hence why I've got to do that experimentation with our beer to hopefully.
I don't think we'll have an entry for it this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
does it have to be non-alcoholic beer, or what about like a hop water or something? I wonder if we could do something.
Maybe we might be able to do a hop water or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's our favorite festival. We'll kind of see planning this year. Might toss the child at grandparents for the weekend and actually come out for a couple days, sort of thing. We'll kind of see how the plan goes. Plus, we'll have Rob returning this year, which is great.
Yes, I will be around this time.
And then I was going to say you can join us as because like as we said last time, like trying to get into the Legion on the Saturday night, we couldn't get into the bloody Legion in Jasper because it was so hopping.
It was party central. It was hilarious.
And then going on the Sunday night, completely dead.
It was what you would expect a Legion to be the second day.
Yeah. We should have went and played pool. Like we should have done that, but we were tired.
I was just impressed by they actually had a really good craft beer selection. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. And then we'll be trundling into then the regular beer season. At that point, we'll be doing Calgary Beer Fest and Edmonton Beer Fest, and we'll be seeing all the new faces, and hopefully have our new beer in can by then.
Yeah. So looking forward to the new year.
Mm-hmm.
See what that brings. Yeah. Until then, we got a little bit of a busy finish, and then then a little break, and then back at her.
Indeed.
Well, it's been another fun year. So.
Yeah, it's been an exciting year getting across the finish line, getting the brewery open. I'm still remembering all the work we did in friggin' like January and February, getting the walls up and getting all the drywall in and getting all the stuff ready and all that. So, everything's good to go. Even though our brew setup blew up and we had to wait like 6 weeks to get the friggin' part in from China. But
yeah, that's another fun part. Yeah,
got that part in, and we've got a spare. So just in case our over voltage happens again. I could probably swap it out in probably about 10 minutes now.
That's good.
Beauty.
Yeah. It's actually super simple to take out. It's just it's in a tiny shitty box that is hard to actually pull it off. I actually had to. Here's the other thing, because it's a heat conducting, like there's voltage going through it. There's a stuff for it. It's got to be bonded to a heat sink, which is why ours is on those black fins to help dissipate the heat. However, it needs a bonding material. And so I had to use an old tube of thermal paste for a computer.
Yeah,
to basically put it up there. Because I'm like, oh shit, like I don't actually have anything to do this. And I was like digging in my like computer box of stuff. Because I'm like, I know I have some thermal compound in here somewhere. And I found it, and it's like just enough of a tube to like screw it on, push into place, pull it off. It's like, okay, good contact, and then stick it back on.
Nice.
Yeah, because that knocked us out for a month and a half till that happened. So
And the podcast grew from like 10 people to 20 people. Doubled it, baby.
Doubled
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Went from 10 to tens.
To
10 to 10s, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, like
It sounds more impressive if you say we doubled viewership. Yeah. That's-
I don't know, 100% increase in viewership.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, if we do that every year, in like 20 years, we'll be, I assume, rich. I don't know where that podcast is.
like a Joe Rogan level.
Watch out, Rogan. We're coming for you. Yeah.
We're on your heels, Joe.
Will be the next big deal. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe they signed Solutions for $400 million.
You know what? We'll just take over Joe's contract when he retires.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll be about the time when we have enough viewership.
Hey,
Somewhere
I
in the
wouldn't.
hundreds of viewers, and they're like, yeah, those guys.
I wouldn't mind having Neil deGrasse Tyson on our show. That would be awesome.
Like as a regular member, yeah.
Yeah, as a regular member, just like Neil, let's have some beers and let's shoot the shit. Come
Does he even drink beer?
Now, Neil, what would it be like to drink a beer on Mars? Go.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Neil has had a beer on the podcast before. I know he smoked weed on the podcast before.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's had beer as well.
I don't know that much about him, so I'm like, oh. Anyway.
But yeah, with that, I think that's a pretty good wrap for the year. Brendan, if people wanted to wish us happy, all the best returns and a happy new year, how could they do so?
Well, they could go to our website, www.solutionsbrewing.com, and hit the contact us button there. That'll send us an email. Our email is noproblems@solutionsbrewing.com. Or, of course, they can always reach out to us on our Instagram and Facebook at Solutions Brewing Co.
There we go.
And I don't know if we ever got on Threads or if we're like just on all the meta projects
No.
of our products. Or no. Okay, so we're not on Threads because it's basically Twitter, and we've stated our opinions on Twitter a lot. So
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being with us for this year, and we look forward to continuing on with you guys in the new year.
Yep. We'll
Merry
see
Christmas,
everyone in
happy
the new year.
holidays, happy New Year.
Exactly. All the good things. All the good things.
Exactly.
Happy Hanukkah.
All right. Take care, everyone. Talk
Take
to you
care.
later.